There's a spray that costs less than $1 that removes every stain from your couch. Coffee stains that have been sitting for 6 months vanish in 5 minutes. The dark, greasy buildup on your armrests that you thought was permanent dissolves on contact. Wine, food grease, pet stains, body oil, all of it gone. Professional upholstery cleaners charge $100 to $300 per sofa to do the exact same thing. They use the exact same liquid you can buy at any pharmacy for 88 cents. The furniture industry generates over $200 billion a year in the United States alone. Their entire replacement cycle depends on you believing that a stained couch is a dead couch. It is not dead, it is dirty. And the difference between dirty and dead is worth $3,000. This is the story of the $1 spray that the furniture industry prays you never discover. Welcome to Forbidden Home Science. If these stories matter to you, subscribe and hit the bell. This is where we crack open the vaults that billion-dollar industries welded shut. Now let me show you how deep this one goes. The average American family spends 3 to 5 hours a day on their couch. Think about that for a moment. More time than they spend at the dinner table, more time than they spend in the car, more time than most people spend exercising in a week. After 2 to 3 years of daily use, every fabric couch in America tells the same story. Darkened armrests where bare skin presses against the cloth every single day. Brown shadows on the seat cushions where food crumbs and body oils have slowly bonded with the fibers. Mysterious spots from coffee spills that happened so long ago nobody even remembers the morning. Faded patches where a dog curled up every afternoon for 3 straight summers. And underneath all of it, a faint smell that no amount of air freshener can fully cover. The fabric that was once light and clean now looks exhausted. And when Americans see that exhaustion, 90% of them reach the same conclusion: time for a new couch. That conclusion will cost them anywhere from $800 to $3,000. And it is the most expensive mistake in home ownership that nobody talks about. Because that couch is not ruined. The frame is solid. The cushion foam still has years of life in it. The springs underneath are perfectly intact. The only thing wrong is the surface layer, a thin accumulation of organic residue sitting on top of the fibers. Sebum from your skin, tannins from coffee, proteins from pet saliva, lipids from food grease, all of it organic, all of it sitting on the textile like a film. And every common cleaner in your cabinet was designed for the wrong job. Febreze masks odor but does not touch the molecular structure of the stain. Resolve carpet foam creates residue that actually attracts more dirt over time. Windex and 409 are formulated for hard surfaces and cannot penetrate porous fabric fibers. But organic residue has a chemical weakness that has been known to science for over a century. In 1818, a French chemist named Louis-Jacques Tannard synthesized a compound by reacting barium peroxide with nitric acid. The result was a pale blue liquid that was slightly thicker than water, and it fizzed and bubbled when it touched organic material. Tannard did not fully understand what he had created, but what he had created was hydrogen peroxide, a molecule so simple it contains only 2 hydrogen atoms and 2 oxygen atoms. When hydrogen peroxide contacts an organic stain, it releases an extra oxygen atom directly into the molecular chain of the stain. That oxygen atom breaks the bonds that hold the stain together. Coffee tannins that have polymerized and darkened over months get shattered back into colorless fragments. Body oils that have fused with fabric fibers get oxidized and lifted to the surface. Food grease that has been attracting dust for years loses its grip on the textile. The stain does not get masked like it does with Febreze. It does not get pushed deeper into the cushion like it does with carpet foam. It gets chemically dismantled at the molecular level. And when the reaction is complete, hydrogen peroxide breaks down into 2 things, water and oxygen. Nothing toxic, nothing harsh, nothing that damages fabric. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention lists hydrogen peroxide as effective against bacteria, fungi, viruses, and even resistant spores. It does not just clean your couch, it sanitizes it at the same time. By the late 1800s, textile factories across Europe were already using hydrogen peroxide to bleach and clean fabrics on an industrial scale. They knew that 3% concentration was the sweet spot, strong enough to destroy organic stains, gentle enough to leave fibers completely intact. That was over 120 years ago. The formula has not changed, and the chemistry has not changed. What changed was who was allowed to know about it. Now, before I go any further, everything I just told you is only the surface. I have assembled every method, every formula, and every technique that the cleaning industry does not want you to find in one place. The complete Forbidden Home Science Vault, the $1 couch revival spray that dissolves years of stains in minutes, the overnight carpet rescue formula that eliminates pet urine odor permanently, the 3-ingredient car scratch eraser that body shops charge $400 to apply, the mattress deep clean protocol that kills dust mites without toxic chemicals, the air conditioner mold destroyer that costs pennies and outperforms $100 service calls, the cockroach elimination method using a powder that costs $2 and works for 12 months, the industrial weed killer recipe that landscaping companies keep to themselves, and much more. Over 10 guides in one vault, no filler, straight to the results. The link is in the description. But stay right here because the science is about to get uncomfortable for the furniture industry. Let us talk about what professional upholstery cleaners actually do when they show up at your house. They bring a machine that costs between $1,000 and $3,000. It is called a hot water extractor. It sprays a cleaning solution into the fabric under pressure, then vacuums the dissolved dirt back out. The cleaning solution inside that machine varies by company. But according to upholstery cleaning forums where professionals share trade secrets, the primary active ingredient in the majority of fabric cleaning solutions on the market is hydrogen peroxide diluted in water. That is it. The same compound that Louis-Jacques Tannard discovered in 1818. The same liquid that sits in a brown bottle on the shelf at every Walmart, Walgreens, and CVS in America for 88 cents. A professional upholstery cleaning costs $100 to $300 per sofa, according to HomeAdvisor and Angie data. The national average is $174 for 88 cents worth of hydrogen peroxide applied with a spray bottle and a microfiber cloth. The price difference is not the machine. The price difference is your ignorance, and that ignorance is the most profitable product the cleaning industry has ever sold. If you have made it this far, you already understand more about couch stains than 99% of homeowners in this country. Subscribe and share this with someone who is about to throw away a perfectly good sofa. Everything the furniture and cleaning industries have buried is waiting for you in the complete vault. The link is in the description. Now stay with me because what comes next should make you angry. The United States furniture market generates over $200 billion in annual revenue. The living room furniture segment alone accounts for more than $70 billion. And here is the number that explains everything. The average American replaces their sofa every 7 to 10 years. Not because the frame breaks, not because the springs collapse, not because the cushion foam disintegrates, because the fabric gets stained and the owner decides it looks too far gone to save. That decision moves $800 to $3,000 from your bank account to a furniture retailer. And the furniture retailer has absolutely zero incentive to tell you that a $1 bottle of hydrogen peroxide would have solved the problem. But it gets worse. Walk into any Ashley Furniture, Rooms to Go, Lazy Boy, or Pottery Barn location in America. Before you even finish signing the receipt for your new couch, they will offer you something, a fabric protection plan. These plans cost $100 to $300 on top of the price of the furniture. They promise total stain coverage, peace of mind, full protection against life. Sounds reasonable until you actually try to use it. The Better Business Bureau has received thousands of complaints from customers whose protection plan claims were denied. The most common reason cited by the companies for denial is gradual accumulation. Read that again, gradual accumulation. That is literally how 100% of couch stains form. Nobody wakes up and pours an entire pot of coffee on their sofa in one dramatic moment. Stains accumulate gradually from daily use over months and years. The plans are designed to exclude the exact type of damage they are marketed to cover. Protection plan industry alone generates over $1 billion per year in the United States, selling coverage that systematically denies the claims it was built to entire model works because of one manufactured belief that stained fabric is permanently damaged fabric. That belief is chemically false. Organic stains on textile fibers are molecular bonds that can be broken with an oxidizing agent. Hydrogen peroxide is that oxidizing agent. It has been that oxidizing agent since 1818. But a consumer who knows that does not buy a new couch, does not pay for a protection plan, and does not hire a professional cleaner for $200. That consumer spends 88 cents and fixes the problem in 10 minutes on a Saturday morning. And an industry worth hundreds of billions of dollars cannot allow that to become common knowledge. Now here's exactly what to do. Step 1, vacuum your couch thoroughly. getting into every crevice between every cushion along every seam to remove all loose particles before applying any liquid. Step 2, go to any pharmacy or Walmart and buy a bottle of 3% hydrogen peroxide for 88 cents to $1.50 and transfer it into a clean spray bottle. That is your primary weapon against surface stains like coffee, juice, wine, food residue, and pet marks. Step 3, for the heavy stains and dark greasy buildup on the armrests where skin oil has been accumulating for years, mix 2 parts hydrogen peroxide with 1 part liquid dish soap and 1 tablespoon of baking soda in a spray bottle. Shake it gently until combined, because the dish soap acts as a surfactant that breaks the surface tension of the oil, allowing the peroxide to penetrate and oxidize the stain underneath. Step 4, spray the solution generously over the stained area and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. The fizzing you see is oxygen being released into the stain, breaking molecular bonds in real time. Step 5, scrub gently with a soft bristle brush or clean microfiber cloth using upward strokes, lifting the dissolved stain out of the fibers rather than pushing it deeper. Step 6, blot with a clean dry cloth or vacuum with an upholstery attachment to remove excess moisture. For stains that have been sitting for years, repeat the process 2 to 3 times. Each pass dissolves another layer. Total cost, less than $1, total time 10 to 15 minutes, and the result is fabric that returns to its original color. Now, I need to be honest with you because credibility matters more than hype. Hydrogen peroxide works brilliantly on light and medium colored fabrics. Beige, cream, gray, white, light blue, these are all ideal. On very dark fabrics like navy, black, or deep brown, hydrogen peroxide can cause lightening of the color. Always test on a hidden area first, underneath a cushion or on the back panel. Wait 10 minutes and check for any discoloration before treating the entire sofa. This method does not work on ink stains from pens or permanent markers. That requires isopropyl alcohol, which is a different technique for a different video. This method is for fabric upholstery only. Polyester, microfiber, cotton, linen, and blends. Do not use hydrogen peroxide on leather or faux leather, as it can damage the surface coating. And never, under any circumstances, mix hydrogen peroxide with chlorine bleach because the combination produces toxic chlorine gas. If the fabric is physically torn or the foam underneath has collapsed, no cleaning spray restores structural damage. This method restores appearance, not physical integrity. But here's the reality. Tens of millions of couches sitting in American living rooms right now are structurally perfect. Their frames are solid, their foam still has bounce, their springs still hold weight. The only thing standing between those couches and 5 more years of life is a layer of surface grime that costs 88 cents to remove. There are over 130 million households in the United States. The vast majority have at least one fabric sofa. The replacement cycle that the furniture industry depends on generates hundreds of billions in revenue over time. Every single consumer who learns what you just learned in this video exits that replacement cycle permanently. Every single consumer who learns this stops buying protection plans and stops paying $200 for a professional to spray the same 88-cent liquid with a fancier machine. The furniture industry does not need you to stay ignorant. It needs you to stay ignorant. This knowledge did not disappear. It was never hidden in some classified vault. It was hiding in plain sight on a pharmacy shelf in a brown bottle for less than $1. The chemistry has been public since 1818, and the application has been used in textile factories for over a century. The only thing that was missing was someone telling you, if this video opened your eyes, subscribe and share it. Every share reaches someone who is about to spend $2,000 replacing a couch that needs 88 cents worth of peroxide. Every subscription keeps this vault open. The next vault opens soon, and what the industry buried this time is even heavier.